Hello everyone, welcome back to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see from the title, today we're doing a get ready with me. And school has officially started. I have more time on my hands. And since school has officially started, I have more time on my hands. When I'm not working basically. So wanted to update you guys on a few things before I jump into things. One, I'm not happy summer's over. You guys know that. I love my summer. So I'm kind of sad, even though our summer ended July 31st, because as soon as August 1st hit, it was cold. And I always say that, but nobody ever believes me. And then this year I made it a point to point it out. And then now I am believed. But yes, kids are in school. I'm excited for them. They have really good teachers. And we got a new bus driver this year, so I don't have to have the same headache as I've had the past years, which was nice. I really have enjoyed my summer this year. I will say that I did not really post much or really get on social media much. In the summer, I tend to really do more family oriented stuff. So this is why you don't see me as much in the summer. I don't know why I should just take off summers because I really struggle with putting up content in the summer. I am truly present with my kids, and I take off my watch during the summer, so I don't have my watch on me. So that means I don't feel the dings. I don't see who text messages me. I don't see any phone calls. If I don't have my phone with me, then it is what it is. So I completely do my best to try to disconnect. My kids don't play with like my son. He didn't have his iPad the whole entire summer. Now that school's back, he's allowed to have it back, but I take those things away so then they can enjoy their summer. And during the school year, they're only allowed to have it on weeknights that they don't have school. So it's only 2 days a week. I'm very specific because I like my kids to be present. I be intentional. And I noticed that this year I kind of was like the one that had I'm the one that's sad that my kids are going back to school. Not saying that any of my kids don't want to go back, because I know that I have one or two that still wants the summer to continue and they don't want to wake up early. But I always have this sadness at the beginning of every school year, and I felt it a lot this year. I think it's because my kids are in a certain age where they were just a lot of fun. We did so much this summer and it was a lot of fun. So I kind of was sad to see them go back, because I really, really enjoy my moments with them. I will say, we went to the aquarium this summer. We went to the zoo. We did a bunch of beach days. We did 2 trips. We took the kids, to a water park. They were in the pool a lot. They really honed down on their imagination, which was nice, because since they didn't have any electronics, I saw them genuinely play as kids, and it was just such a nice to watch them. It was just so nice to sit and watch my kids just do that, because I know not many kids do that. And just to watch them play and create things, not wanting to come inside when I tell them to come inside, it was just really nice. It was a really nice summer, and they really didn't go with anyone. It was just us. We didn't really have many individuals requesting our kids. So it was just us, and we had a lot of fun. My kids, it was funny because when I told them they had to go back to school, they're like, oh, now we won't see dad as much because they'll be in school, or dad now has to work because my husband normally takes time to spend the summer as well with us. So then that way we can spend quality time. So they're kind of sad because now they know that he's not taking off as much, only when they're off. So they won't see him as much, unless it's during some sort of sporting event or something. So yeah, I really had a good summer. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a good summer, with the exception of it being cold. We did have a good summer. We did fire pits. We did a lot. And we did that whole backyard thing that was an arm and a leg, which was a lot. But overall, I feel like I enjoyed my summer with my kids. And even my teenager who had a job this summer, we still spent time together. We still spent one-on-one time together, which was nice, because she actually was okay with it. She wasn't pushing me away. She didn't not want to talk to me. So it was really nice. So that's where we are in life right now. Sports have started. We already did our first tournament for my son, and we won the whole tournament, which was nice. It was a very competitive tournament, but it was a lot of fun. So we enjoyed that with the kids. Cross country starting. We're trying to figure out how to squeeze in swimming. It's a lot. I'm very happy to say that My father-in-law is willing to help, which is nice because we can't do it by ourselves. Like Mr. Man and I just can't. We would have to rely on like other parents that go to this sport to help us out because we will not be able to do it all on our own. So thank God that my father-in-law, who is retired, wants to help out. And he actually let us know, like, don't forget to tell me if I need to pick anybody up, drop anybody off. So that's really nice of him to offer because we don't get many offers often. So that's nice of him to do that. And what else do I have to tell you guys? I'm trying to figure out like everything that happened all at once. I really didn't wear a ton of makeup. There was quite a few stretches of weeks that I did not wear any makeup. This is why you didn't see a lot of like exciting new stuff because I just really didn't wear makeup as much. Like today's my first day putting on makeup in about 4 or 5 days. I just, now that the kids are going back to school and I'm working more, it's gonna end up being more, but in the summer, you guys know I don't wear as much. This is why I know myself to not go crazy and get things that I don't really need. I really don't need it. Speaking of stuff, I did something this summer, you guys, and I did not record it because I needed to do it. Well, I actually contemplated on it first to see if like this is something that I should do or should not do. So what I'm talking about is my makeup collection. No, I did not completely purge my whole entire makeup collection. That to me would be too much too soon. But what I went ahead and did is I shared with you guys this summer that I went ahead and rearrange my blushes and my highlighters and my vanity drawers. I started to put everything in seasonal. I have accepted that I am a seasonal makeup wearer. I knew that for a long time, but I kind of didn't allow myself to embrace that 100% when it came to my makeup collection. So after I had filmed that video and shared with you guys my collection in the blushes, highlighters, that they are now separated according to seasons, I thought, Alex, this makes so much more sense. Like I just had a lot more fun going through my drawers that way. So I went ahead and did the same thing with my eyeshadow palettes, all of my single shadows, anything you can think of that I did. I separated them all. So my cream blushes, all of that stuff, I separated as well. So I did the whole thing. I did the whole entire thing, you guys. And it was so therapeutic. And now looking at my stuff, I'm just like, wow, this is so much. I felt like I am shopping a whole new store without buying anything, if that makes any sense. So I revamped my whole entire makeup collection in a way that I should have done a long time ago because this is the way that I do my makeup. It's because of my drastic changes in skin tone in the summer. Like right now, I am an NC45, you guys. Finally went to go just be nosy and see. I'm an NC45. At my darkest, I am an NC45, my darkest. Like NC30 foundations that I have are not working for me. I have to like mix them. Almost all of my foundations, with the exception of 2, don't match me right now. Like this is not matching me. So this is why I always wear a cream bronzer to kind of help it, because if not, I'd look very different. So I went ahead and separated. So what I did is which is so awesome because this just made me so happy. All of my palettes are all in one Alex drawer now, with the exception of my Z palettes, which are my single shadows. I kept them separate because they're all by brand, not necessarily by color story. So I left them where they were, but the one all the way over here, that is all completely, with the exception of one drawer. So out of the 9, 8 drawers are just eyeshadow palettes. So I only have 8 drawers of eyeshadow palettes. That includes my quints, my quads, that kind of stuff. So I separated them each. So there's 8, there's 4 seasons. So each season got 2 drawers. So each season so I started out with winter, spring, summer, fall. Summer and fall are basically almost identical to me as far as color story. So that's why I paired them together, because I can go amongst all 4 of those drawers within the 6-month span that I have fall and summer. So that's why I put them 2 together, and then I put winter and spring, because there is a drastic difference between my spring and my winter, and I don't have that much of those, which is surprising. So I separated all of my eyeshadow palettes. That's completely done. I separated all of my single shadows the same way. One drawer of winter, one drawer of fall, spring, and summer. So there's only 4 drawers now of single eyeshadow pigments, duos, that kind of stuff. So I did that. Then I went ahead and did my eyeliners and lip liners. They're both separated by bold colors, and then my nudes of my lip liners, and then same thing with my eyeliners. I have my colorful ones and then my browns and blacks. I separated it that way because I figured that's the way that I grab them. I don't grab them by season because I can use them anytime. It's just more of like, I like certain colors, certain times. So I separated them by like everyday kind of things and then my colorful ones. The only thing, I even separated my powders, my summer ones that I need that are mattifying, and then ones that I can use in the winter, because the ones that I use in the summer, I can't use in the winter because it'll dry out my skin. It'll make my skin look crepey in the winter. So I did separate that. And bronzers, same thing. I separated my bronzers from the summer ones to the winter ones. This just opened my eyes up because I realized that what I gravitate or what I purchase more of. So it really has opened up my eyes. Like, this really helped me out a lot. So the only things I didn't touch were my mascaras, obviously, because that's all year round. Foundations, I kept them all because I know what I like to mix. I can mix and match my foundation. So that to me wasn't a big deal. I went ahead and kept my face palettes the same, because my face palettes, a lot of them are not just blushes or whatever. They're all mixed in, so I can use them all year round. So for me, I didn't separate my face palettes. It's the only thing I really didn't do either. Other than that, anything that, oh, and lipsticks. Lipsticks I kept by color category, because I'll use a red in July, but I also use it in December. So for me, it didn't really matter. So I still kept those into color stories, because that to me makes more sense. If I want a nude, I'll go for a nude. If I want a mauve that day, I'll go for a mauve. So I don't really like separate those by season, because I use them all whenever. So that's the only other thing I didn't separate, is my lipsticks, my foundations, and my face palettes. Other than that, everything in my whole entire makeup collection is now categorized and organized by season. And this is like, I had like that moment. It was really, really eye-opening. So what I have learned is that as far as palettes go, I have the most warm tone palette. So I have the most summer and fall palettes. I have a lot more. Like spring and winter are very few and far between. So I see that I like to buy a lot of summery, fall, winter themed palettes. So that to me just gave me a red flag that I don't need anymore. I don't need any more warm tones. I don't need any more fall, rusty kinds. I have enough, and that's okay. When it came to my singles, where there was single eyeshadows, pigments, pressed pigments, glittery, creamy shadows, like all that stuff, everything got categorized. I gravitate towards more single shadows that are more winter based. I have a lot less summer and fall, but I have more winter and spring. So that was an eye opener. So I tend to like single shadows more for the winter and spring, and then the opposite for summer and fall, which is very, very unique and different, because I like to do a 2 shadow thing in the summer. So that's why I'm a bit shocked. I am a bit shocked about that, but this is why I did this. So I think it's, what I saw is that I think I like to have certain shades, just one, instead of a full palette for that one specific shadow when it comes to wintertime. And I think that's why I have more winter shades than I do summer shades. When it comes to bronzers, I have more summer shaded bronzers than I do winter shaded bronzers, which is fine because I could do a light hand. For powders, I have more summer powders than I do winter powders, I think. I think that's where I saw that. And then other than that, I think everything else was pretty even. It was pretty even, pretty across the board. So I just really realized what it is that I purchase and buy just by doing that, which is pretty cool. And just by organizing everything, it just makes my shopping my stash so much easier because I'm not overwhelmed by a full drawer full of everything. It's more of, okay, this is your drawer of this, and this is what you're going to use. My cream and liquid blushes are pretty even. I have an even amount of winter, spring, and then summer, fall. That to me was pretty good. I think that was rather even because I do like to have those kind of blushes for all year round. I know that I'm not limiting myself to certain things because I know I'm still going to use them and I'm going to be happy about them. Like, I don't feel like doing this forced me to be more, oh, well, now she's only going to be using these palettes only this time of year, because I still have access. Like, I see everything in here and I have my whole entire makeup collection in my app, so I can always see what I can grab. But this is going to allow me to be able to gravitate towards things that I don't grab when I do want to get them, because I forget that I grabbed for other things. This is going to change in my Shop My Stash, because now that I have categorized my whole entire collection into a Shop My Stash, what I might end up doing is just like a monthly thing where I just pick out a few things to use for that month instead of seasonally, because now my whole entire makeup collection is categorized seasonally. So my Shop My Stash is no longer valid. So I got to figure this out. So you might not see a Shop My Stash right away for fall. I'm going to give myself the month of September to figure out how I like this system and see what's best and how to implement my Shop My Stash, which I feel like it will end up being more of like a monthly makeup basket instead, where I just pick out a few things to try to use them and rotate through them. I'm just like so excited for what I just did, because it's just, I don't know, like I open my doors and I'm like, oh my gosh, this I could use it here. Like I'm just having so much fun with it. I really, really am just rotating and going through my cream shadows, my cream pots, my single shadows, my palettes, mixing and matching. So I had to take out everything out of my Shop My Stash that I had for the whole entire summer and obviously categorize it in its place, because I needed to make sure that I had space for everything. So I don't have my drawers full with what I had when I first initially did my Shop My Stash for summer. So there is no point of me sharing that with you guys, because in order for me to fully shop my do my seasonal collection this way, I had to pull that out. So what I have in my drawers now is just like a few things that I'm playing around with that I want to use. My blushes, my bronzers and highlighters are still summer based because it can work in summer and in fall. And then for my eyeshadow palettes, where I kept my eyeshadow palettes, I actually have that drawer of palettes that I can use all year round, because there are certain palettes that I can't categorize in one season. I literally use them all year long. So those palettes that I felt that way about are in this drawer. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 8 palettes that are in here. These are the 8 palettes that if I don't want to think about anything else, I don't care about a certain palette or a certain look, these are the ones that are my go-to. They go with me in the winter time. They go with me in the spring, summer, and fall. It doesn't matter what my skin tone color is. It's going to work. So I can actually do a video of sharing that with you guys, so you guys can see what are my palettes that if I just don't care about what it is that I'm doing and I know, or if I'm in a rush, I can trust these palettes to work with me no matter what I am doing, what I'm wearing, everything. Like that's just like my go-to. My go-to palettes, these are the ones that I will gravitate towards. So I have that drawer. If you guys want me to share that with you guys, I used one of the palettes today, as you guys can see. It's an everyday look. This is like an everyday look for me. So it'll work with me for anything. Everything else is officially categorized. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I think that this has been the best thing. And I remember one of you guys, I can't remember how long ago, it was quite a few years ago, telling me to do it this way because they saw that I am more of like a seasonal person. But I, at the time, wasn't ready to do that because I enjoyed what I was doing. But now that I did it, I'm just like, dang, I should have done this a long time ago. I really should have done this a long time ago. This is that In the Shine thing, you guys. I told you, you just want something. I'm going to go eat breakfast, so this is why I'm not putting on a lip product. So moisturizing. I go to. So yeah, So that's been my latest, you guys. That's my biggest change, is the fact that I just redid my whole entire collection. I labeled the things that I needed to label, but everything else is self-explanatory for me. And it just makes me happy that in my Alex drawers of eyeshadow palettes, it's only 8 out of 9 that are full of eyeshadow palettes. I still was 1 down. So that drawer just has like a few backup things that I have, but it's not much because I don't buy a lot of backups, but I put stuff in there. And then on the other side, I have my lipsticks, my powders, my face palettes, my Z palettes, and then I think that's it. That's it. It's like more of my collection. No, it doesn't have actual eyeshadow palettes. Like besides my Z palettes, that's all that it has. So I am excited to see that I am dwindling down my stuff. More and more is being less added to my collection. I am very, very excited, you guys. So I wanted to share that with you guys and come on here because it's been a while since I sat down. I have, obviously, fall is a lot of fun to do makeup looks. So I'm excited to play around with the stuff that I have according to the season, because that's what I do anyway. So we're going to work it with that. I'm excited. I am thrilled. Any requests you guys have, let me know. By the way, as you guys can see, the mirror there, I did that. That's completely empty. That housed all of my lipsticks and then my blushes. Now that's completely empty. It just is empty now. It's more to hold my decorations for Leo. But that mirror that you saw there, I completely dismantled it because it was driving me crazy how it looked in my back of my videos. And now it just lays flush on my wall. That's actually going to go to my daughter, but I have to buy myself a mirror to hang on that wall before I give her that one. So that mirror is going to be upgraded as well. So I'm kind of working with what I have. This is the desk that I film with when I use my other camera. So it is a work in progress, you guys. So that's all that I have. I wanted to share that with you guys. I know it's been a while since I've spoken to you guys, and I've been slacking on my YouTube and everything this summer, but it always happens every summer. So I shouldn't apologize. It's known at this point that in the summer, I really just hone in on family time. And this was one of my favorite summers, even though the weather sucked as far as warmth, but it was one of my favorite summers. We really, really had fun as a family. So that's all that I have, you guys. Any requests, let me know down in the description box. If you guys want to see anything specific, let me know. I have a few ideas already lined up, so I'm excited for that. And we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to do what I like. I am so tired of trying to fight this algorithm and the views, and you guys like this, and then I don't see this being, I'm just going to do me. And if it just doesn't work out for me, then it doesn't work out for me. It is what it is. I have accepted my fate, you guys. All right, that's all that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching another video on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, God bless. I'm out.